Good Friday morning, everyone.
Good morning, my friend. It is Friday.
It it's Friday, which means the weekend is here. And it's gonna be a good weekend.
And we're 1 week closer to Christmas. I just thought
Yes.
I'd throw that out there.
Yes, we are.
We are 1 week closer to Christmas and 1 week closer to Thanksgiving and 1 week closer to Halloween. Do you dress
Yes,
up at Halloween? Oh, yeah, you do. We talked about that. You,
100% I do.
oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, yeah, that's a different topic. We got a big show today because we've got a really, and we'll talk about it later, but we got a kind of
You're
another
a rock star.
We got a rock star, dude. We are batting 100 on these rock star females in this
Hmm.
community. So what are we going to talk about? Okay, we're going to
So
kick it off with your hockey puck.
with my hockey puck.
Yes,
Okay. Well, first of all, you don't kick a hockey puck, but okay. So the NHL
slide it
news
off, slide it off. I don't know, ice it
has
off.
has been going the last couple of days. First and foremost, the reason for that is because the ice has been set and the veterans have officially joined the rookies at camp, which means we have our teams all together. They're working on their lineups. They're trying to figure out who goes where, new plays, see how everyone trained in the off season, where there needs to be work. Um, Also, we had media days this week, and that is by far one of my favorite days of the season.
I wonder why. Couldn't be
And
the men and the muscles, right? It couldn't be the gear and the muscles. It couldn't be.
okay, well, as a female, yes, but also just as someone who enjoys media in itself, it's just so stinking cool to see how their media days work. Like
Well, and
it's
it's
like
so
an all
funny to
day
me.
thing.
Yeah, that it's so funny because guys don't really, they're not like us in that they don't really like media days. Some of them feed off of it because some of them know they're handsome or that they know they can get some likes or some shares or some extra gear put out. But you know what we've dealt with in our past where they didn't want to even take their picture and they didn't want to do all these things. And it's like, no, but you don't understand. You're like, this is good for you. So
Yeah.
I like media days. It doesn't matter what sport it is, but
Hmm.
you can always tell by the pictures which ones are they're in and they're about it, and the other ones that are doing it like this is the worst part of my job right here.
Yeah.
Like
Well, I
you can read
also
on their face.
just I want to be a part of one of these media days because it's just like it's a whole shebang. Like it is from
Oh yeah.
start to finish.
You would
They
lose
get
your mind.
I
I
would.
know
I
you. Yeah,
would.
you'd have a meltdown right in the middle. Yeah,
It'd be so stinking cool because it's a production like from
yeah.
start to finish.
Well,
Um,
last summer I went to the XFL games, and I was the
mhm.
same way when I saw all the players out there and they're taking pictures, and I literally got anxiety when I saw The Rock and Danny Garcia across the field. Like I literally started shaking because it was so to know me is to know The Rock is like
Yeah.
the guy of all guys, of all guys, of all men, of all. And when I saw him across and I spotted him, I can't even see 5 feet in front of me. But that day, I could see 9,000 feet in front of me where he was. So, media day, I can totally see you losing your mind with guys in their jerseys, maybe in their jerseys and their jeans, or in their whole hockey get up. Yeah, that would
But
be your
also,
thing.
you're saying this about the guys. I think yes, I think it'd be so cool. One, to see them in their jerseys for the first time this season, but also just in like to see these professionals work, like these
Yep.
photographers, these videographers, these admins that are behind the scenes running our favorite accounts. It is like I would just love to be someone's assistant that day, or even just sit there and watch
Just
because
be like,
they take my God, what's the word? The profile pictures, the headshots. They take
headshot.
headshots. They take the videography shots for like the ads that run throughout the game, for the openings, for the intros. They do a lot of like their social media content for the year that day, and it is just so fascinating to me.
No, I get it. I get it. I get it. So preseason games officially start this weekend?
Officially start this weekend. I'm so excited. They start Saturday, I believe. And I am just ready for it to be here.
You're like a kid in a candy store when it comes to me.
I really am.
I am
I
too.
it's just
I'm not judging. I'm not judging because college game day, you're talking about the media. Girl, on Saturdays, I am literally following college
yeah.
game day on my social media because I want to see all the cool pictures
Yeah.
that are coming from the different games and all the
Mm-hmm.
athletes. And I love me some Dion and they love, I mean, ESPN, college game day, Fox News, all of these different sports websites that take pictures and do all of those things. I lose my mind. I
Yeah.
do. And
Yeah.
people
And
think I'm crazy. I'm not crazy. I own it. Like I love
mm-hmm.
football and the excitement of it, and especially college game day because they get all of the scenes. They get the fans, they
Yes.
get the story, they get the players, they get Lee Corso on stage. They get it all. And it's just like I would love to do jobs too. I love marketing and public relations and
Mm-hmm.
things like that, but I would love to be a sidekick for a day on college game day. I'm just gonna put that out there. So, college
That'd be
game day,
really
if
cool
you're
too.
ever listening, if you ever hear this voice and want to hear this voice, I will, or I'll be quiet. I'll just sit there and be quiet and watch. I mean, whatever. It is what it is.
Yeah, no, that'd be so stinking cool just to be a part of that. And as someone who's not as a big hockey football fan as I am a hockey fan, I just think that'd still be such a cool experience.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. Yep.
Okay, so not only does preseason games officially start, the NHL has dropped the Stadium Series ticket information today for the 2025 game. What is the Stadium Series, you may ask? It is the outdoor game that happens every season, and it is just, again, such a cool event because most games, 99% of the games, obviously, are played in an arena inside. The Stadium Series is an outdoor game. So they take an arena. Last year it was where the Jets played in New York. Um, so it was the football field and they built a hockey rink on the field.
That's
And so
exciting.
the guys, these teams had a chance to play an outdoor game, and it was just so cool. They go all out like this last Stadium Series. They had four teams. So they had the New Jersey Devils versus the Philadelphia Flyers, and they had the New York Islanders versus the New York Rangers, I believe. Um, and these teams go all out. Like it is like a whole, again, a production. So they arrive a lot of the time in like something that's akin to like that state. So like Philadelphia, all the players dressed as Rocky.
Oh my
Jersey,
goodness.
they all dress like Sopranos.
Oh, I love it.
And it was
Love
so cool. So it's
it.
like
And
a
this is
whole production.
so this is the Detroit Red Wings are going to Ohio to
Yeah.
take on the
So
Columbus Blue
on
Jackets.
March 1st, the Detroit Red Wings will take on Columbus Blue Jackets in Ohio um,
Where are they
for
playing
this
at in
stadium.
Ohio? At where?
Ohio?
Oh, Ohio.
They are playing at are you ready? Home of the Ohio State University Buckeyes football team.
I'm dying a slow death.
So they will be playing in that arena. The game will start at 6 p.m. Eastern time, and it's typically televised everywhere.
We
But
need
they
a
also
date. We need to make that a date. I need to be able to appreciate that. I need to
oh
be
my
able
God.
to learn to appreciate it.
I love it. Tickets do go on sale Friday, October 4th at 10 a.m. Eastern time via Ticketmaster.
Let's
Um,
go. Let's road trip it. Think we could make it happen? Oh my gosh, that would be so fun.
I would lose my mind.
I
And
know.
it,
And you'd stress me out. I can already tell it. You would stress me out over the hockey. And you'd find a
right.
way to wear your cowboy boots and cowboy hat to a hockey game.
100%. I don't know. They typically do it like in the winter and it gets pretty cold. So like and the last or this year, this past season, it was in at the Jet Stadium and it was like snowing. I
Oh
was
no.
like, I don't know if I
That's
can do
just
this.
that's a little extreme for Melina. Okay, so
Yeah.
what else? What else are we talking?
So speaking of the Blue Jackets, not only are they playing in the Stadium Series, um, we've talked about it. The late Johnny Gaudreau and his brother who were killed a couple weeks ago by a drunk driver. So in honor of them, the Blue Jackets will wear a sticker on their helmet with the name Gaudreau, two doves, and the numbers 13 and 21, which were the numbers the brothers wore. Um, the teams will also have a number 13 patch on their jerseys throughout the season and will have a postponed traditional opening night festivity that will be moved to the second game as the home opener will be dedicated to honoring the
Brother.
brothers. And then they will also reserve a stall for Gaudreau all season and will hang his jersey in that stall at both home and away games. So I think it's a really nice way to honor them.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's not all
Um,
for NHL news though, Melina.
that's all?
No, that's not all.
Oh my God. Okay, so what else? What else are we doing
Okay.
here? What else are
So
we doing?
so several NHL teams, I don't know how other teams work, but captains, like teams will go seasons without captains.
Hmm.
Typically they'll have like alternative captains that wear the A's. But a lot of time teams will go like 2, 3, 4, 5 seasons without a captain. Um, just off the top of my head, three of the teams have named captains like in the last like 24, 48 hours.
Oh
So
wow.
Anaheim Ducks has named Radko Gudas as the team's ninth captain, which is a little bit of a shock because this is only his second year on the team. But a lot of their core team members are young players, and so I can see where the aspect came from having an older defenseman as a captain and to kind of help grow these young players. And so eventually they will take over the captaincy because Gudis has about maybe 2 years left in his contract.
Oh
Um,
wow.
so and there's no guarantee that he's going to be signed again, even if he is if he is the captain.
Right.
Um, and then the Chicago Blackhawks, there was a lot of talk about Connor Bedard, which you have no idea who he is, but Connor Bedard was like the number one draft pick last year. Um, and if you're like the number one draft pick, um, it's like a big thing. Like it's a whole ordeal. Um, and so there's a lot of talk of him being the captain, which he's 18, so I doubt that was gonna happen. But the Chicago Blackhawks did name their captain Nick Fulgino. I'm not pronouncing that one. And then Tampa Bay, who was not particularly my favorite team, also named their 11th captain Victor Hedman. So a lot of captain have been named. There are still quite a few teams that don't have a captain, such as the Utah Hockey Club, which will be their inaugural season, which is
Oh
exciting and
wow.
heartbreaking because Arizona Coyotes got sold to Utah. Um,
Mm.
and so it's their first season. Still no captain. The Seattle Kraken, which is the second newest team, still no captain. But and then the Buffalo Sabres also don't have a captain. So a lot of the teams do have a captain. But slowly but surely we're getting all 32 teams that have captains.
Love it. Love it. Love it. That is good. Okay, so let's talk some college football, girl.
Okay.
Number one, my Sooners are number 13, while Texas is number one.
Yeah, we
Um,
are.
Saturday night,
Mm-hmm.
my Sooners will be facing off on the Saturday night game presented by Capital One, playing Tennessee. They're not number 13. I'm sorry. We're number 15. And then Tennessee is number 6. So, but I love it because college game day is at the Sooner Nation.
Oh, that's cool.
Yes, and if it wasn't so far away, I would road trip it to it, but it would take about 10 hours, I guess, maybe give or take, um, from here to
I'm sorry.
Oklahoma. Yeah.
No.
So, because it's like yeah, it'd probably take about 9, 10, 11 hours. So, yeah, I would love it. Because I have been to an OU home game.
Mm-hmm.
I went years ago, and it was my first time to ever attend a home game, and it was the most fun time. And I was totally sober the whole time, but just the hype and the all of the school colors and the mass and just
Oh yeah.
everything. I get that feeling like you do with hockey. Like my sensories go on overload,
Yeah.
and like I want the tattoo on the face at that point. I want my hair, you know,
Well, I mean, I just
beaming.
think that's the best thing about college football. Like, you will have no other experience than a college football game.
Oh yeah, and then even like all the cooking, you can go.
Oh my God, that's
You
my
can walk
favorite part.
around and just eat until your heart's content for all the barbecues and
Literally my favorite part.
oh, I did that a couple of years ago. I went to Austin by myself because college game day was going to be there. I drove to Austin, stayed with my cousin, went to college game day the very next day, that Saturday
Mm-hmm.
morning, by myself, and literally ate all you can eat all day because I was being invited to all the different tailgating. And hello, Melina's not a Texas fan, but I'm a football fan. I love the camaraderie of college football. And
Oh
speaking of
yeah.
Texas,
Speaking of
Archie
Texas,
Manning is going to get his first start this weekend.
he is. That's so exciting.
That
Yes.
is so exciting. Obviously his name is legendary. We all know that.
Yes.
And he's the nephew of our famous quarterbacks that were in the
Yes.
NFL. But I kind of feel bad for him because a lot of pressure is going to be put on him. I mean, he's young,
He is.
and
Yeah.
Texas, they're true
Mm-hmm.
football
Texas is
fans.
Texas.
Right. True football fans are very loyal to their teams. They true college football teams, but they have high expectations of those quarterbacks and their
Mm-hmm.
players. And the quicker they rise them, the harder they fall when they fail. So I'm hoping that he the mentality and the structure within him to discipline himself to lead those big games.
I think he does. So far in just playing, like he's been great. And I know Quinn Ewers, who is still out with the injury, which is why Manning is getting his first start. He's there helping him. So I think having Ewers there
Mhm.
as um kind of a mentor and a guide while he is out for Manning is a good way for him to kind of see where this could go for him.
Oh yeah. And I want to know, we're going to have to do some research. I want to know his status. Like, does he have a girlfriend there? Does he have a girlfriend away? What? Because I always wonder about these young guys that come out here and they're from
Yeah,
school and like they're disciplined. I get it. And they're pretty structured, and then the coach himself for Texas, he's a very good coach. I'm not going to
he
knock him
is.
at all. I'm not. I mean, you got to give credit where credit's due. He's a good leader. Um, but you don't hear. I mean, I always worry about. I mean, this kid is young. He's a young kid,
He
so and he's
is.
the weight of the world for Texas Longhorn people is on this man's shoulders, and he's going to be compared to his uncles no matter what, and that is a lot
Hmm.
of pressure in itself. So
But
I
I
will
will
say
say,
good luck to him because it's not his fault that he's being put in under these conditions, but hopefully he'll be able to. Of course, you know me, I'd rather him be playing on OU weekend and
of
we run
course.
him down, that would be the perfect thing. But I'm not hating or anything because he is really good. I mean, he's obviously it's in his blood, it's in his DNA.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I know we have to take we got to take a message from our sponsor. Texas, it's time to shine. Get registered before the deadline. October 7th, don't delay. Early voting starts the 21st day. November 5th is election day. Head to votetexas.gov without delay or call 1-800-252-VOTE. Let's get you ready to cast your note.
All right, so this next little section is going to be our interview with a young lady from Calallen High School. Super sweet, super smart. Just reading over through her resume, has both of us kind of wondering and questioning what we
Where
did
we
not.
went wrong.
Yeah. So welcome, Miss Jenny Pickens. All right, today we have a very special guest. We have Miss Virginia Pickens. She is a senior swimmer at Calallen High School. She has done quite a bit actually looking at her resume. But first
I
and
saw that
foremost,
resume. I'm just going to say, I'm going to let you break down that resume, but that resume is on point.
yes. So first and foremost, she is a Texas UIL swimming state champion. She qualified in 2022. She was a finalist in 2023, but in 2024, she took home four championships in I guess four medals. Correct me if I'm saying that
Yes.
right. Okay.
Yes.
And the 200 free, the 500 free, the 400 free relay, and the 200 free relay. On top of that, she is a UIL District 16 record holder. She is an eight times Calallen High School. She has eight Calallen High School varsity records. Two times El Campo pool record holder. She's a two times female district swimmer of the year, a three-time South Texas A team member, a three-time all-state academic athlete, and she is the team captain for this upcoming season as well as last season. Not only does she do all that, y'all, she is also the founder of Happy Trails, a 501c3 nonprofit, and is first in her class as
Shut up,
well.
girl. Me and you, Mikayla, welcome, my friend. But me and you, Mikayla, we're these senior girls are kicking our tushes, man.
Well, not only that, she's also working.
What? Oh my God.
And fun fact, you are a first generation college student coming up.
Yes.
Wow.
That's
Wow.
exciting. Also, because this is so stinking cool, you have American and Russian citizenship.
Yes.
So you speak Russian.
Yes. My
That is
mom is
so
from
cool.
Russia. Yes. Thank you.
That is so stinking cool. She has a lot more going on. But we are just gonna have a little talk about all of the stuff that you do.
All of the things. Where do we okay, so number one, are
Mhm.
you trying to go to the Olympics? Because I have a feeling that you are a pretty good contender for
Well, thank you so much. USA, being on the USA team for Olympics is definitely has been one of my goals since I was little. However, as I'm starting to kind of realize things and how competitive things are, fun fact about me, I was born in the Virgin Islands and they have a team as well. So if I were to go, it would probably be with the
Be
Virgin
with
Islands
them.
team. Yes.
But you're also, hold on, okay, because I see this on your resume. You're also for USA Swimming. Is this different? A voting delegate? Delegate? I can't even talk. So is that the same? Oh my goodness, same team USA Swimming that goes to the Olympics, or is it like two separate things?
So it's different, kind of. So USA Swimming is everybody who is in club swimming, and as a delegate for South Texas USA Swimming, I attend meetings so that we can go over things that are kind of coming up in the South Texas season, stuff like that.
Okay.
wow.
Wow.
Wow. Okay, so let me ask this. Are you an only child? Do you have siblings? Who has to compete with you at the house for all of this?
Well, I have a little brother. His
Okay.
name's
Oh,
Nico. Yes,
Did
and
you
he
say
swims as
Nico?
well.
Nico.
Yes. Yeah.
So you
Um,
have one little brother that's younger, correct?
Yes.
And you were raised here in the Coastal Bend?
So we were born in on St. Croix in the Virgin Islands, and
Mhm.
then we moved here to Corpus
And how long have you been in Corpus?
since I was 5.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Okay,
Yes.
so you've gone to school your whole life there.
Yes, ma'am.
So one of the questions I have, because I feel one of the things, I'm pretty structured and disciplined, but you are like at another level as
She's
far,
at a whole other level.
yeah, you're like what time does your day start? Take us through a day
Yeah, a day
for
in your
you,
life.
a day in your life.
Oh man, so a day in my life, at the time right now, um, I'm very focused with school. So I get up around 6:30, if I don't have morning practice. So I get up at 6:30, I get ready for school. If I sometimes I have meetings after school for the clubs that I'm in. Once I'm done with that, swim practice, I come home, eat dinner, and then I go to the gym, and the rest of the night is studying and sleep.
Okay, wait.
Okay,
So you
so
swim and then go to the gym?
Yes.
That you don't combine them? I'm a cheater. I would combine them. I'd be like, I got my workout in. I did my laps. I did
I'm
my
definitely tempted to sometimes, yes.
so well, follow-up question to that, but also to your day in the life. First of all, is your gym different than like your swimming?
Yes, so, I go to the gym with my little brother, and then our swim practices for the high school season is with my high school.
Okay. Second thing, so if you said if you don't have practice, you wake up at 6:30. So what happens if you do have practice?
I'll wake up at 6 and,
Okay.
hurry to get to the pool.
Okay, so
Oh my
not that much earlier, but still
Yes.
6 is rough. Um, so also you're taking a whole ton of AP classes and dual credit classes and AutoCAD computer aided draft. What is that? I'm sorry.
That's, it's a class with Delmar, I'm in
Okay.
my 2nd year of it, yes.
Oh, very nice. So you're gonna
So what do you
graduate
want to
with
be when you grow up?
I'm still kind of deciding, but
that's fine.
I'm gonna take you for a surprise here. My main goal, and people kind of get surprised. I want to be the president of the United States one day.
Yes.
Girl, I got you. I got you. Yes, I
I
love it.
love that. That is
I
a
do too.
great goal, especially with all your responsibilities, your clubs, your accomplishments.
I pretty much think she could probably run it now. She just needs to learn the policies of what the government, what we
Mhm.
need to do. I mean, with that
Yeah.
rap sheet, she's got a good rap sheet, not a bad rap sheet,
Yeah.
but she's got a
She has
good
a
rap sheet.
really, really good one. I also saw that you worked for Stillwater.
Yes.
So, fun fact is I also used to work for Stillwater back in college. So,
Wow.
that's a really cool
So
a
what's
little
Stillwater for the girl that's not from this area? What is Stillwater?
So Stillwater is it's like a church camp in the summer,
mhm.
and
Okay.
the one that I did was there's a bunch of different sports, and
Mhm.
you can coach them, and it's I think it's around like 3 to 4 hours of the day for a week,
Mhm.
and it's so much fun,
It
so much fun.
is. So Stillwater Sports Camp is kind of what it's titled as. Basically they will have camps that run all throughout the summer. One week, I know there was one that was like a week and a half in Colorado. And they basically just have kids come out and they have um young adults because it's not just high school students, they have college kids and they have
Mhm.
older adults there that come volunteer their time. Some get paid. They have like the paid ones and they have the
Interns,
interns.
yeah.
And the camp is basically run by these people and it's crazy and it's mixing sports with religion. So I think
Okay.
that's a really big impact for kids growing up,
Right. Right.
especially because they range from I think the youngest, you might have to correct me on that because it's been a while, is like 10.
I I think there were some kids that were around 7 at mine,
Okay.
but I
Yeah.
might be wrong.
Well,
So,
anything that
yeah.
you know me, anything that ties to God or church or spiritual,
Yeah.
you know, not necessarily just religion, but just a
Mm-hmm.
spiritual for children to be away and to be outside and to
Oh, yeah.
play and to do all of that. And what got you into that? What made you decide to do that? Or were you at church and they needed volunteers and you said, oh, I'll go?
So a lot of my friends do it, and they were talking about how fun it is to be a counselor there. So,
Mm-hmm.
I just thought, why not? Religion is a really big part of my life, and what better way to spend your summer than playing sports
Yeah.
and teaching kids about God?
Yeah. It's a real cool experience. So
I did not. I got so many questions for her, and we only have a limited time. It's like I want to sit here and just talk to her all for a long time. But one thing I want to ask you, so me and Mikayla pick 2 questions each, and we ask, but you might actually get 3 or 4 from us each. I don't know. We'll see. But tell me, what is the one thing that you do on competition day or game day that you have to do every game or every swim meet or every way that you're getting out there?
like, do you have a superstition that you have to partake in?
Yes. I have a few, and they change every season depending on how I'm doing. Like, if I wear a certain shirt the night before, I'll wear that to state or something if I do good. But one that has stayed with me since I was starting out with swim was I'll always put my AirPods in and I blast music and I just dance. And I know I look funny sometimes, but it's always been my thing. I do it on the bus, I do it when I get to the meet, I do it behind the blocks. Even on the big billboard, when they introduce you at some final meets, I'll
Mm-hmm.
You're
uh
up there dancing on the screen
yes,
for
I'll
them.
dab. I don't know if you guys remember that, but the
I love
dab
it.
from
I
2016,
love
but
it.
I love it. That
That's
that
really cool.
and that's needed as a president. I'm just going to say that. Like I mean, I'm just saying the presidents do get up there and shake themselves. So, and the elects and all of that. Okay,
yes.
Michaela, your turn.
Okay, so what got you into swimming? Like that's just a unique sport, I feel like.
Yes, so my mom, well, one of my really good friends did summer league swimming, and her mom kept telling my mom, like, you need to put, well, they call me Jenny, that's my nickname. You need to put Jenny into swimming. And we kind of put it off because I did other sports and summers got crazy. But then one summer, my mom was like, you know what, let's just try it. And
Mm-hmm.
that same summer, I made it to state and in summer league. So I didn't think I was that great starting out. And my dad was like, yep, you're staying in that sport. We're
Yeah.
putting you for winter. So
That's
Now, are you
cool.
tall? Are you tall as
I'm 5'6",
5?
so I'm about medium, I would
She's
say.
like like maybe like an inch shorter than me,
Okay,
basically,
you're
Melina.
short.
Yeah. That's really cool.
I
Thank
do
you.
like it.
Also, I
Okay.
love the fact that all kids that get into sports because of the parents can basically say, like, I told you so, like you would like this sport.
Yes.
Mhm. Yeah. Yes. Okay. Next question. What are your plans after high school? I mean, you pretty much are kicking.
Besides being the president of the United States.
Yeah. So what are
Well,
your plans after high school, colleges? Have you decided what are you looking at doing? Obviously, you're taking a bunch of AP classes, so you're probably going to graduate with your associates, I'm assuming. Is that a safe assumption?
Um, I I'm not sure if I'm gonna be graduating my associates. However, um, when it comes to colleges, I'm not fully sure yet. So
That's fine.
I'm just kind of seeing if I can get into my dream schools, but
Mm-hmm.
um, it's kind of all up in the air right now. But I definitely am leaning towards majoring in business and then possibly going to law
Okay.
school.
Okay.
Interesting.
Okay, so
What are
let
your
me
dream
ask this
schools?
on that part of it. So, and the two of our previous athletes. They haven't made their decisions. They're looking. So I got to ask you now in advance, when you make the decision, if you can come on and tell everybody. But what are some of the schools that you are looking at?
So, one that I've gotten more interested in over time because I didn't know anything about the difference between A&M or UT, coming to Texas. And now I'm leaning towards UT Business Honors. Yes.
Yes.
So that if
Yeah.
I can make it into the honors.
My heart is hurting right now.
Well, I just did get accepted to Mays at A&M. So that's also a possibility. Yes. And but
Any
school,
Texas school but Texas. That's it.
yes.
That's all I'm asking. Any Texas school.
Oh.
That's the only one. You can go to A&M. You can go to Texas Tech. You can go to SMU. You can go to wherever, University of Houston, anywhere in Texas, just not the burnt orange.
No, I think that's a great decision. I think you would do brilliant at UT.
Thank you.
So did you ever cheer or anything, or you've always just been in
Swimming.
Growing up, I did plenty of sports. I did tennis, track, volleyball. I did cheer for my little brother's little league team. Yeah. So, I'm very thankful I was able to do so many different sports before going into high school. So that I knew for certain that swimming was the thing that I loved the most.
Yes. Was your sport of choice.
That's awesome. So switching gears just a little bit, you're a founder of a nonprofit called Happy Trails.
Yes.
Tails or trails?
Tails.
Okay. And what is this about?
Nonprofit.
Yes. So, basically it all started with, I was volunteering at a local, pet shelter, and I love, like many other people, social media, and, I'm very active on social media. So I was like, I want to take something that I'm passionate about, which is animals and caring for animals, finding them homes, and something that I like to do in my free time, which is also social media, and combine the two. And basically what I do is I publicize for these shelters through an account called Happy Tales STX. And basically I just try to help out shelters that may not be getting the social media coverage, and I implement my personal social media to like publicize that.
That's so cool.
Thank you.
See, why can't your parents did a good job. That's what I'm going to say. Because, and not that everybody has to have straight A's and but I mean, she's doing good for the world. She's doing better than a lot of 20 and 30 and 40-year-olds I know. Like she is making things happen. And I love that.
Thank you.
That's so cool. Okay, and then real quick, what is the Instagram handle? Or is it Instagram, or is it a different social media platform?
Instagram. It's Happy Tales STX.
So Happy Tales, like apostrophe, and then so it's 2 S's.
Yes. So Happy TAILS STX.
So, and how long have you had that?
I started my sophomore year.
Okay. And how do you promote it as far as the nonprofit part? Do you get out there and tell your friends, or you just promote it on social media and people donate to it and do all of that?
So I promote through social media, but I also promote just kind of through talking with community. So I'm involved in many organizations within my school. And currently, we're organizing an upcoming drive for the Gulf Coast Humane Society. And I'm very excited about that. I want to make it like a class competition between my school. It's funny because yes, I'm the class president of my class, but my little brother's the class president of his, and we get so competitive. So I was about to say, like, that
is like a
competition. What grade is he?
He's a sophomore.
Okay.
Yes.
It would be the sophomores versus the seniors. Obviously juniors and freshmen too, but it would really come down to
in her household it'd be
yes.
Oh my goodness. Oh gosh.
Bless your parents.
Poor mom and dad, they're gonna be like, y'all just go to your rooms and be quiet. Okay, if you want favorite sports movie, what is your favorite all-time sports movie?
So I don't watch a lot of movies, but
Why do they not watch movies, Mikayla? We because they're
Because
too busy doing it.
they're so much more busy than
Structured.
we ever were doing all these accomplishments and things.
I know, I know. And number one, let's not forget. Let's not
Yeah,
forget
ranked number
that we have
one.
another number one on the podcast. I mean, I don't know how many graduating seniors are in your class.
I think it's around 250.
Okay, but still, to be the front of the line for 250 people, you know what? I'll take it. I take
Do
the
you
first
have
10.
your do you have your valedictorian speech ready?
I don't, but I have been thinking a few ideas.
I love it. Love it. Love
Very,
it.
very cool.
Okay, so what's the sports movie? Did we figure it out?
I would say I forgot the name of it, but it was recently in theaters, and it was about a race car driver who learned
Oh,
um
is it an F1 race car driver?
yes.
Hold on. I can Google that for you real quick. Hold on. Because I wanted to go see it.
It was very good. It was I don't know why I can't think of the name.
Was it just called F1?
It might have been.
Because Rush was in 2013. I feel like it was, oh no, F1, I don't know. Was it with Brad Pitt?
Oh, I don't know if he was. I know that it was the one where he learned how to drive race cars through video games.
Oh, I saw that at my church. They did a thing on that through Church Unlimited. I go through Church Unlimited, and they did at the movies recently. I know what movie you're talking about because they did a sermon on that movie. But I don't know the name of the movie. But it was
Yes,
really good that he
yes.
was a kid and he that's how he learned to drive. And then dad was like behind him, and it was a really good, yeah.
I'm just gonna say this wrong. Turismo.
No.
Yeah.
Was it Gran Turismo?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I don't know why I can't think of the name.
Is it one? Is it this it's
I
not a
think
very good
so.
photo. I think that's what it was.
Okay, well,
Yes.
we know it's an F1 movie. It's an F1 sports movie. That's what her favorite one is. So you get another question, Mikayla.
Okay, to wrap this all up, if you could tell your younger self one thing, what would it be?
If I could tell my younger self one thing, it would definitely be just keep doing you. Like, don't let other people, other expectations define who you are. Be authentic, be yourself, and stay true to your goals.
And you know
I
what?
love
I
it.
respect that so much about you, Jenny, because I cannot imagine what it's like to be in high school today. I know how difficult and struggles that I had. And I got along with everybody. I was in all the different little groups. I had a diversified group, all of those things. So you're number one, you're beautiful, you're smart, you're a leader on and off, your game. And I cannot imagine what that's like. So do you see, I guess what I would like to know is in high school like this, in this type of environment, is there a lot of cattiness or is it pretty much all the girls support each other and there's not really the cliques?
I would definitely say that it depends where you look. Going into high school, um I had a lot of struggles feeling welcomed going onto the team. And even in outside of sports as well. However, if you have to find the people that you fit in with, that align with your character and who won't bring you down when you start to do good. And that's one big thing about me is I now that I'm an upperclassman, I want to make the underclassmen feel so welcomed on the team, and I want to make everyone in school feel like it's where it is girls that support girls, truly, where
Right.
it's not.
Yeah.
So I think that even though I did have to face some adversity when it came to that, I'm thankful for it because now I'm able to implement that into a positive way, being an upperclassman, being a leader, um, and then being involved in other things so that I can include that into other organizations and such.
I
That's
love that. I want to be
awesome.
like you when I grow up. I want to be like you. I want to be like you. So, well, Jenny, I want to thank you for taking the time to join
Yes.
us. I want to wish you nothing but success this senior year. We didn't even talk about boyfriends and guy friends, so that's for another podcast. But you keep doing what you're doing. You have the right attitude, you have the right mindset. And if you decide you want to announce it, we will gladly take, unless it's the Longhorns. I don't know. I might
No,
have
no, 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 no. If
to.
you announce that you're gonna go to UT, I'm putting you on. You're gonna sit right here with us the entire time. And I'm gonna make sure we wear burnt orange.
Oh, 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 oh. I'm gonna be cheering for the other colleges to offer her something better. I am. I'm gonna be rooting for all of them. So, well, Jenny, thank you so much for joining us.
Yes, thank
And
you.
keep
Thank you
doing
so
what you're
much.
doing. You're an inspiration, you're a leader, and that is what the world needs is more female leaders. And you know what? I'm gonna be able to say, and we're gonna have this because we dropped the podcasts are on Spotify and on YouTube. When you make president one day, it's going to be on
Record. Yeah.
It's there.
It'll
It's
be on the
there.
record. We were there.
We were
Thank you
there when she
guys.
said it.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a
Thank
good
you
night.
so
You have a good night
much.
tonight on a Friday night. Enjoy it.
Thank you. Thank you
Thank
so
Thank
you.
much.
you. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much for joining us, Jenny. Like we mentioned, good luck. And so excited, and hopefully, you'll be wearing burnt orange in the future.
Let's not push it, girl. I'm going to root for the other teams. Like I said, I'm going to root for the other teams.
I am someone when I love a team, I love them hard.
Yeah. Unfortunately, you went with the wrong team. Any other team I could have dealt with. That burnt orange, it hurts.
It's in
It
my
hurts
blood.
bad.
It's in my blood.
Well, at least you were smart enough not to go there.
Well, it was expensive. I got into UTSA.
Okay, so this weekend, what is going on? So one of the things I want to talk about this weekend is
Mhm.
Conquer the Coast. And Conquer the Coast, for those that don't know, is a tradition. And lots and lots and lots and lots of people come to Conquer the Coast. We have tourists. It's a great tourist event for people to come and visit. They ride bikes across. And what's insane is that they are, just real quick, is they are looking for volunteers. So before I forget that, if you're interested in helping and you're listening, and Conquer the Coast is something you'd be interested in, because there is some history, and Mikayla and I will talk about it in a minute, but they are looking for volunteers, so you can go to Conquer the Coast and register. It'll be, packet pickup is tonight. People will be coming in, picking up their packets, and then Saturday is the actual day of Conquering the Coast. One thing is, though, Mikayla, we figured out is that it's the last time.
Yeah, it's gonna be going over the Harbor Bridge.
Is that not crazy? I've
That
grown up coming
is.
across that Harbor Bridge growing up. And I know you've lived here your whole life, but for me, um,
It's
grow-
crazy.
growing up coming here, that's how I always knew I was in Corpus, was coming across that
The
bridge
bridge, yeah.
to go to my grandparents and my cousins and my aunts and uncles. And then and I've been here, this year will be 10 years in the Coastal Bend. And so I never saw it coming. And so for me, when I heard about Conquer the Coast, and I've never participated in it, but when I heard about it and heard that it was going to be the last year for the Harbor Bridge, because next year it'll be the new bridge, is it literally, as a Corpus Christi person, blows my mind that that bridge will be gone. Like that
Yeah.
it won't be, you know what I mean, and I'm in my, obviously I'm way older than you, but it's crazy to me. So I can't even imagine the elders that are seeing this for the last time too this next year.
Yeah, it's insane. That bridge has gone through so much. Um, and it is kind of like when you're coming into Corpus, like that is kind of along with our skyline, but like that is kind of the let you know that hey, oh, I'm home or I'm in Corpus. It's time to go to the beach. So it will be different. I will say I've always said that once this bridge is finished, I am moving out of Corpus because I don't want to go over the new bridge. Um, so we'll see how that goes. There's still a lot of construction going on. It's not just kind of building a new bridge, it's building almost a whole new highway because of how big it is. So there's a lot of
Mhm.
construction going on in North Beach, downtown, I-35, out to San Antonio. So there's a lot of construction going. So they keep talking about how it's gonna be, done in a year. I don't know if I believe them.
Right,
So
right. No, I
we'll
get it.
see.
We'll see. Yeah. Other than that, weekend is Conquer the Coast is the big thing.
Mm-hmm.
NAACP tonight is having a chapter membership dinner at the art museum. Um, Obviously there's football all weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Saturday, I don't even know what time Texas plays. Are they a noon game, 3 game, or because obviously my Sooners are playing that night. So, and then the Dallas Cowboys. Um, it's been a long week after that loss, so we'll be
UT's also playing at 7 p.m. on
uh,
Saturday.
really.
Mm-hmm. They're
So
playing
we're gonna have
at
to.
Louisiana.
So here's what's funny is we're gonna have to be switching between the screens, or we're going to have a screen in screen so that we can watch them both. The
Yeah.
Cowboys will be playing on Sunday at 3:25. I'm gonna be honest. I might watch it. I might not. I love my Cowboys. I'm a diehard, and I will root for them. But it is hard.
It's
I said
hard.
it Monday morning, and I'm saying it on Friday. It's hard to be a Cowboys fan. It's
It
hard.
is. Well, besides football, there is a fun little thing that's opening up this weekend. It's called the Rockin' K Maze, which which anyone who doesn't know, it is out in Robstown. It's basically this fall festival that's here every weekend throughout um September into October. And then it ends the first weekend of November, and it's so cool. It has everything from a pumpkin patch, a big like maze, bobbing for apples, sunflower fields, backyard games, cow trains, farm animals. They have a giant slide. They have live music. They have a whole bunch of really good food. So it's really really fun, and it's their first weekend. Opened this weekend. So tomorrow is the first day. They are open 11 to 9 on Saturdays and then 11 to 5 on Sundays. Tickets are about $20 and they are purchased online.
Love it. Love it.
Yeah,
Well, I know that we had such a good time with Jenny that we're probably a little later than what most people would want. So that's I know that we got to get going so that everybody else can get going and doing their day. But again, if you're looking for volunteer opportunities, Conquer the Coast, go to their website through the chamber, tell them that you're willing to help. They will put you somewhere. And then watch our football because we'll be back Monday morning
yes,
reviewing it all.
ma'am. And as
I'll either be crying, I'll either be really happy or really mad 2 weeks in a row. So we'll go from there.
we'll see how it is. So as always, if you enjoyed listening to us, make sure you like us on Spotify and YouTube. Subscribe to our YouTube
We got 4
channel.
more, Mikayla. After
We have
today, we got
4 more.
4 more. Texas OU weekend is when we're going to go live on our podcast.
Video, yes. And then as always, this is Mikayla.
This is Melina.
And remember, sports are for girls too.
Whoop, whoop.